this is Frida. Welcome to my channel. I came back to show you how to finish this blanket. I have been knitting non-stop since I did the tutorial. So I am going to be finishing it, and I'm at the last. I finished the last row of the 11th row. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do the same. It's pretty heavy. It's about 50 inches wide and 50 inches long due to being a square. So I did 10 rows. You don't have to do 10 rows. Just to point that out, you can, not 10 rows, 10 boxes, squares like this. You can knit as many as you want and work with the wideness that you want to knit your blanket. I did 10. But on my next, the blue one that I started, I'm not going to do 10 because it's pretty, this is like it for an adult. It's like 50 inches. It's pretty wide and long. So I put it on my bed and it covered my queen size bed. Okay, so now we're going to be doing, so we're right here. Think about it as this way. So we're right here and we just continue knitting purls now. And then we continue making our edges. Just like this. So, and again, you knit 11 rows and then 11 stitches for each square to create this gorgeous blanket. And like I said, you don't need to knit, I'm knitting purl, but you can knit the knit version. And I tried to show you how to do the simplest way, how to knit the brioche stitch. Okay, so let me just grab my, and I used up lots of yarn. I think I have 3 left, so I used up about 14 balls of the yarn that I've been knitting with. Sorry, I have 5 balls left, and I forgot to add the hat that I knitted with. So this is a gorgeous yarn. It's about 85 gram. I memorized it. I just say it's 100% cotton. It's a 4-weight. It's recommending you to use a 5mm knitting needle, which I'm using a 5. I can go down to 4.5 if I want to. Just use the comfortable knitting knitting needle if you can choose from. And I still can't find that 85 for some reason. Every time I look at here it is. It's in red actually. It's 3 ounces and 85 gram. So I used total of 13 balls of this. If you want to knit 10 squares, then you need 14. I think I said this at the beginning of this. No, I have 4 here. So you need, with the hat, if I include the hat, because I used up the entire ball, so 5, then I used up 12 balls of yarn. Okay. Okay, so I'm right here, and I did my increases and decreases here, as I said, in every row I did the decrease. Every row I did the decrease, and I did the yarn over on every other row, and I did my bind off and bind on, as I showed you on the number 1 tutorial. Again, this is a redo that I have done a tutorial a couple of years ago. So I tried to show it as simple as I can. Okay, so I'm just gonna purl these stitches. I do it this way because when I do my purl this way, my loop twists, which I don't like. Okay, so, and I knit the yarn over, and then I do my decrease, just like this. And what we're going to do is we're just going to purl, nothing else. I'm just going to do my Turkish style because I feel more comfortable knitting over. I have the yarn tension over my neck. You can search it up. It's so easy. I would highly recommend you to learn it. This is all I do. This is all I do on my purl. This is all I do. Okay, like regularly, what we do is we do every 11 rows, we change from a brioche stitch to the purl stitch, right? So I'm going to do the same, but this is going to be the last box, as you can see. Here, see? So I just continue knitting purl wise. If you're knitting a knit version, you can do that too. It's just that I like to, I feel more comfortable and I knit it fast when I'm doing it this way. So this is how I knit. Just use my thumb. And yeah, I've been trying to finish this blanket because I need to start a new project. And okay, so I do my I knit this, and I knit these together like this, and I do a yarn over because we have to do a yarn over, and I knit the remaining. So this is all we do. We knit, knit, knit. Lots of purls, lots of knitting involved, and it's really fun. It's really, really fun. Okay, and then we knit these stitches again. 5 stitches. And the yarn over is just to separate. It's like a border showing up, and then I knit this one. I do not knit these two together because I need to create this yarn over. And then I do the 2 stitches together. And this is how it looks like. It gives you that nice lacy effect on the sorry, throat problem. Never goes away. I don't know. 2 months is too long for me. You can put ribbons on here. What I did on my first tutorial, you can go back and check it. I will put the link below. I did chains and I went between these and then I made a flower. So just use your imagination and create however you like. You don't have to have this one. I'm going to leave it plain because it's pretty. And so I'm just going to be purling all the way. This is all I'm doing. Don't forget your decrease and your increase. I mean increase the yarn over, and your decrease is to get rid of the stitch. And then when we knit 4 ridges, we bind off, and then we knit, and when we come back, we bind on again the 3 stitches. We get rid of the 3 to give this nice look. Nice look. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be knitting, and I will come back. Okay, so I don't have to knit 11 rows because we're done, right? So I just need to knit about 1, 2, let me get it to focus. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I believe it's 7 because we need to do 2, 4, 5. 2, 4, 7. Yeah, 7, 8. We need to knit about 8 ridges. I will come back to show you because it's really hard, because I did knit about 5 here, and then we started the blanket right at the beginning. So I need to make the same effect look when we're finishing it up. So I will knit about 7 ridges, and I will figure if it's right. I will come back and show you. Okay, so I have knit about 8 rows, ridges, if you count them on the, I believe this is the wrong side of the work when you start doing the changing the stitches from brioche to purl stitch. So it's 2, 4, 6, 7. Okay, right here. So I knit this, and I'm not going to be doing any more increases because we're trying to finish it up. And I noticed we need to bind off to give this let me find the edge. It's too big. The blanket turned out to be pretty big. Okay, right here. So we need to bind off, right, like this. And to do that, we need to have 5 stitches here. Okay. So to do that, so this is going to be the last edge that we're making. So what I'm going to do is, I knit too long, so I had to frog it. So I'm not going to do a yarn over, so I'm going to knit these two together just to get rid of the stitches, because we need 5 stitches in the middle, and then you can see there's a lot here, so we need to do some tricks. Okay, so right here I need to get rid of another stitch. Okay, I'm not going to do a yarn over, so I'm going to knit the 5 stitches, and then I am going to finish this up. So bind off the total 5, 6, I believe. Let me see, I have to go back and count. So there's 5 stitches here. Okay, and then remember we were getting rid of the 1 stitch here. Okay, so this is how it will look like. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then when you look, there's 2, 4, 5, and then we get rid of the 1, 2, 4, 6. Okay, so we're okay, I guess. Like I said, I'm making this up as I go. I haven't, I had this in my mind, and I am showing you, and I am knitting with you together. Okay, so what I'm going to do is 2, 4, 5, and I'm going to get rid of 1 stitch here. So I'm not going to do a yarn over like I said. So I'm going to knit this all the way to the end. I'm trying to make it as easy as it can be so you won't have difficulties. And yeah, so 2, 4. So I'm going to bind off how many I binded off here. So we need to have a total of 5 stitches to give that corner look on the blanket, the same effect. So we're trying to make this right here. Okay, and then we're going to bind off 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm counting 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay. So what I'm going to do is 2, 4, 6, 8. So I'm going to knit that 8 stitches all the way to the end. Okay, turn my work. My goodness, it's so heavy. For these kind of projects, I just start a dishcloth, like, you know, just to show it. But I said to myself, let me make a baby blanket. And then here we go. So I got rid of 1 stitch, and then I'm going to knit all the way to the end. It's making that noise. Okay. So we have 6, 7. I'm going to get rid of another stitch. Then I'm going to knit. See how it looks? 2, 4, 6. So I need to get rid of another stitch to give this nice beginning. Okay. I recounted the ridges, so I have 7 here and I have 7 here. Exactly. Because I'm pulling this because it's heavy. It's getting longer than compared to the other one. But it's the same ridges. Okay, so I'm going to turn my work, and then I'm going to get rid of another stitch. And then I'm going to knit back and forth until I have a total of 5 ridges, just like this. Just like this, 2, 4, 5. Well, with the binding off, you should have 5. So 5 rows, I believe. Oh, no, don't knit together. What am I doing? Okay. Can't I pull this too long? It's being heavy. It's pulling. Okay, I'm just gonna hold it on my knee and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have knit just like this. 2, 4. So I'm going to bind off. And I am finished. Yes, I am. Oh my goodness, it feels like this took forever. Okay, so I'm going to cut this, weave it, and I'll be right back to show you. Ta-da! It's finished. Yeah, so I weaved it. Tried to hide it here. Can't even find it where I hid it. Well, here it is. So I moved it here. I went over, and this is how it looks like. And I'm going to show you how I started. The beginning. Okay, and here is the beginning, how I started. See? Just to show you. See? It's same. Identical. And it's super easy, like I showed you. You just decrease until you don't have enough stitches. Well, I knitted 7 ridges. When you count them, 7. And then you notice, and again, I had, how many stitches did I have? 8. So I kept on decreasing. And, well, the thing is, we didn't have exactly 5 in the middle, just to point that out. But there's tricks how to get rid of those. And, yeah. So this is how you knit this gorgeous, gorgeous corner to corner brioche stitch. And I tried to figure how to make it easier for you guys to knit, because I still get questions every day but that other old tutorial that I did a couple of years ago. Okay, so here is the brioche stitch corner to corner blanket. Look at it, it's so squishy. I just love it. So I hope you liked my tutorial. Here are the corners. Yeah. I hope you liked this tutorial. Again, it's a tutorial that I have done a couple of years ago. And just wanted to share knitting a new version on how to knit this corner to corner brioche blanket. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe, share it with your family and friends, and happy knitting!